Hey everyone, coming to you from the top of Gaines Mountain. Got a particularly important training update here for you today, and the news is true. Yes, it is real. Jacked and Tan 2.0 is coming your way. Expect it to be released on America's birthday because that's probably the most coolest shit out there. So let's talk first about the original Jacked and Tan. Most of you guys might be familiar with that because it is a quite popular training program that I have put out. And it was one of the first programs that I did put out. Originally, I just come out with my GZCL method. And from there, I had some programs that were built off that method that were found on Strength Calc and the Squat Rack and available through Reddit and other places that I made it all for free. And then after a while, I came to Afghanistan where I wanted to get jacked. I wanted to get tan. So I came up with the Jacked and Tan program. That not only did it get me bigger, but it got me much stronger, and I was excited to train then. So that leads me to where I am now. After my last meet, it was a little bit rough to continue training. I was definitely beat up. I was sore all the time, and just generally living could be tough. Like tying your shoes should not be a problem. But when you're pushing yourself and trying to train as hard as you can and set a PR total like I did, even though it wasn't at 165 like I'd wanted to be, but hey, such is life. I'm going to come back and get that 1500 at 165. And to do that, to get revitalized, to get re-energized, and to be hungry again to come back and do that, I'm going to use Jacked and Tan because, man, that was just so much fun the first go around. This time though, I've made some changes to that well-known and established and accepted training model, that traditional Western block periodization. I'm just gonna base this 2.0 exactly like I did off the original Jacked and Tan, but I'm gonna make a little bit of changes. I'm gonna put a little bit of sprinkling of my own flavor on this 2.0 version. And the way that I'm going to do that is by having those rep maxes be found every week with drop sets. And the biggest differences that you're going to see between Jacked and Tan 2.0 and the original version of that program is that in this new one, there's going to be two distinct phases. And in the first one, the difficult part is going to be pushing yourself to a new rep max. So that's going to be an example of your then current strength. That, however, changes and gets easier as the first block of the program continues because your drop sets in the T1 and the T2, all of that is based off of a training max. So as you progress, ideally, you're getting stronger. That training max is less accurate, and while Jacked and Tan 2.0 might push you up to like 90% and call for something that might seem like an unusually high amount of reps, ideally you're just a hair bit stronger, so it's not too unusual, but it's definitely going to be demanding. So that's the first block, the training, and truly the first week through it has been fun, but a bit rough, and truly eye-opening because I haven't overhead pressed in a while, and you're looking at that day, and I'm showing you the overhead press day because I want you to see my struggle. That's 140 pounds right there in the T2. After a bunch of overhead work, granted, so I am quite fatigued and I am getting back into training hard after a long break. But you know what? Man, it's quite humbling to get down to 95 pounds, be doing push presses, and be absolutely smoked like I am here in this clip. I mean, this cracks me up. The hat's gonna come off. This push press was actually done at the end of the workout because I had forgot to film any of those. And I think I was maybe in just a bit too much of a rush at the gym, so you're seeing me punish myself at the end of the workout because I didn't get the clip originally. So that's the one funny thing you might enjoy this video is that, masochistic nature of powerlifters is to just push it. And that's what it's going to call for in Jacked and Tan 2.0, everyone. The second half of the block gets a lot harder. It's going to call for repeatingly beating your own rep maxes. So that's your T1 rep maxes, and it's going to call for some drop set T1 AMRAP sets, pushing yourself to failure. As many of you guys know that, as I originally know that. Shout out to Stan Everding's rant video. That's going to be in the description box. Check that out. Pretty interesting. Just came out this week. Definitely suggest that as a watch. So yeah, really excited about Jacked and Tan. Man, but that second block, I cannot stress enough. Like, just thinking about it right now, I'm getting lost in how difficult it's truly going to be, because it's going to call for some truly heavy work for about 6 weeks. So it's Jacked and Tan 2.0. It's a bit different than the first go round. If you want to familiarize yourself with that original Jacked and Tan program and maybe even run it before you jump into the 2.0, you'll find that information down in the description box below. Be sure to check that out, as well as Stan Everding's rant video. Here we're wrapping up my training, this overhead press day, truly challenging day for me. Got to a lot of fatigue, and that's the thing you're going to find most common between the original Jacked and Tan and this one, is that there's going to be a lot of volume. However, biggest difference, it's actually a bit less than the original one, but we're going to utilize max rep sets, we're going to utilize failure and other means to push the effort just as high. Very excited, and enjoy the bonus footy. Thanks for watching.